What's up everybody, my name's Chance, and today we're going to be diving into a Deathtated deck. That's right, we're taking Deathtouch, we're taking Mutated, and we're smashing them together for one big glorious ball of fun. So, this deck is going to be focused around Hooded Blightfang, this 3-mana 1/4 Deathtouch snake that reads whenever a creature you control with Deathtouch attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Whenever a creature you control with Deathtouch deals damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker. So we get Deathtouch on our creatures for planeswalkers, which is really good against those Yugen decks or those Garruk decks, which we've been seeing a lot of. So really strong card, not to mention the fact that it's a 3-mana 1/4, so it's a good little body that also gains us life. Now, outside of that, we have Insatiable Hemophage, which is a death-touching mutator, so it's kind of like the combination of the deck all into one card. Beautiful card. Whenever you mutate it, you get to gain X life and deal X damage, where X is the number of times a creature is mutated. So obviously, more times it happens, the more damage it's dealing. Then also, because of the Deathtouch, it's getting to deal additional damage, whether it's because the opponent doesn't want to block it or because you have a Hooded Blightfang down. Up here in the top end, of course, we have Nethroi, the Apex of Death, the other culmination of Deathtouch and Mutate, all into one package, right? This 5-mana 5/5 or 7-mana Mutate allows you to return any number of target creatures from your graveyard with total power of 10 or less. Now, the nice thing about Deathtouch creatures, as I'm sure you've probably noticed in the past, most of them have really, really low power. So you can bring back all 3 of your Hooded Blightfangs and Oakhame and Moss and Foulmire and all this kind of stuff, all for the low cost of just a Nethroi Mutate, which is incredible value, because then you have the 3 Hooded Blightfangs where you're going to proc 3 times off of every Deathtouch creature, dealing, you know, the creature's damage, plus 3 additional points per creature, per Deathtouch creature. So it's really good, and most importantly, it's really fun. We also have Eerie Ultimatum because, you know, we're going to be splashing ever so slightly for that white mana. You know, we have some pathways and we have some temples, and that's how we're pretty much going to be getting to this. But it is still really nice. Return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. This can allow you to get your Blightfang, Nethroi, Hemophage, like all this stuff back all at once. And of course, we have the Great Henge, because Great Henge plus big creatures such as Gemrazer, Nethroi, and Starrix is really, really nice. Now, down here in the bottom end, we have Bloodchiefs for some removal. We have Malakir to help our mutate creatures live. And I think people greatly underestimate Malakir when it comes to mutate. So the cool thing about this is if you Malakir Rebirth a mutated creature, it's going to come back separated. So let's say you have a Mire Triton and you mutate a Hemophage down onto it, and then you mutate a Dirge Bat down onto it, and then your opponent goes to destroy it and you Malakir Rebirth. When that creature, quote-unquote creature, returns to the battlefield, it's going to return as individuals. So you'll get back the Mire Triton, you'll get back the Batra, and you'll get back the Insatiable Hemophage, all split apart, which is essentially going to be more damage than if they were all stacked on top of one another, right? So it's a really, really good ability with Mutate. Moss Viper, it's really cheap. You know, that's pretty much the main reason we have it in here. We also have Foulmire Knight, and you can certainly play 4 copies of Foulmire Knight, so that way you can have the card drawn on the opposite side of that and blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to show people, you know, if you're lacking a little bit on the uncommons department or whatever, Moss Viper, 1-mana Deathtouch works just as fine, and it can be mutated onto. So aside from that, you know, you're pretty much just dealing in, swinging in at your opponent. You got the Gemrazer to help deal with the artifacts and enchantments, which are pretty prevalent nowadays. You got the Dirge Bat for some additional removal. And of course, the rest of the deck is all pretty self-explanatory. Oakhame is really, really nice whenever you do happen to go up against another green deck, but when you don't, it is a little slow. So if you wanted to trade this out for either more, you know, Deathtouch somewhere else or more mutation somewhere else, I wouldn't blame you, so to speak. Anyways, that's going to do it for the deck tech breakdown. Hope you all have enjoyed the video. If so, please be sure to leave a like down below, as it does help me know and gauge how well the video is doing. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more content, as well. That allows you to get updates and notifications whenever we post new videos. We're nearing the 10,000 mark now, so of course we got, you know, good things along the way, some rewards coming up to culminate all together and celebrate us hitting that big, huge number, right? Anyways, thanks everybody once again, and I will see y'all in the match. Glutman. I don't know if that's referring to like gluttony or what. Anyways, we're gonna keep this hand. We got some Death Touchers, we got some removal, we got a fair lay of the land. I think it'll be a good thing. By the way, our opponent's playing Gigantha. I'm excited to see. Never mind, I guess. Retract all that excitement. It is no more. We are going to immediately take out that fox. That's how much I hate the fox. We probably could have taken a turn worth of points from it, you know, just one little smackaroo, but I really don't like the fox. I don't care what it has to say. Get it? Anyways. So I'll kind of want to hit the Moss Viper and maybe the Hooded Blightfang down on curve, right? Like Moss Viper as soon as we can. Hooded Blightfang. We got 2 Hooded Blightfangs. That's really good, because that'll keep us healthy, you know. Like we're going up against cycling. We know that they like to keep us low. They like to get us down to that Zenith Flare level. So if we can get Hooded Blightfang down, get a little few swingaroos in here or there, that will be pretty beneficial to us. One nice thing about us playing Death Touch is they can't exactly use that fight spell, right? If they try to fight us, we'll get them. We'll get them something fierce. Anyways, Glutman, show me what you got. I like how people just throw Gigantha into anything. Yeah, sure, do I got red mana? Do I got green mana? Will it fit in the deck? Which, I mean, it makes sense. You know, you got a free creature you can sometimes on the rare occasion play. Why wouldn't you, you know? Anyways, they're going to be given the Dranith Healer lifelink. That's an odd thing there. So we can either go ahead and go for the Hooded Blightfang here. We can go for the Tangled Florahedron and play some tap land. I think I am going to go for the Hooded. Worst case scenario, you know, they remove it. Next turn, we just play it on another. It's not a big deal. Now, obviously, if I can get the Gemrazer down onto something, that would be preferable. Maybe the Moss Viper, right? Turn that little 1/1 Death Toucher into a 4/4 reach trampling Death Toucher. That sounds like a pretty good bargain to me. They're up to 4 mana. We were really hoping they would never hit this point. Impossible, I know, but still. Opponent's up to 25. I was going to say down to 25, but that wouldn't make much sense, as they're climbing. They're not dropping. They are climbing. Alright, so let's go ahead and play our other temple, another land. I won't be opposed to that land, actually, so I think we just go for another Hooded Blightfang, honestly. Swing in, proc them both, gain some life, you know what I mean? So we're dealing 3 damage more than likely this turn. Highly doubt they block with that Dranith after they spent so long building it up. So yeah, deal 3, heal 2. That's not a bad little combo. He's thick. That's right, he is thick. Evac is love? Evac is love? I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but I'm doing alright. I hope you're doing well as well. Zenith Flare on my snake? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I love that snake, bro, and you just came up and snatched it out of my hands. It's a little fucked. If you're asking me personally, that's a little bit fucked. Alright, so we'll get down the Moss Viper. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. We're gonna actually go ahead and get down the white mana. Because if we hit that Eerie Ultimatum, you know, I want it. It's my ultimatum, and I want it now. I don't know how many people remember that JG Wentworth commercial. It's my money, and I want it now. And stick half their body out of a window. Who sanctioned this commercial? You're gonna end up having somebody fall. Anyways, I digress. We're gonna dive into our deck with the Fabled Passage, grab a forest because we were hurting a little bit on green mana. That Gigantha is a little scary. Not gonna lie, a little worried about big old Gigantha over there because it means that our Gemrazer can't just swing in and do its thing. You know, it's gonna have some opposition to it. Maybe I just play Gemrazer down as a creature. There's no reason to mutate it, right, onto the Moss Viper. We're definitely going to swing in with the Moss Viper. Deal and heal and all that good stuff. Deal 2, heal 1. They're gonna block it with the healer. Hey now, calm down. Yeah, let's just hardcast this. Actually, having it as a separate body, I don't feel like it's a bad thing when, you know, we're trying to sort of spread out our units. We have tons of mana. If we can hit that ultimatum, I would be super happy. They use the gold for blood. And we're immediately reminded of why I wanted that Gemrazer onto a Deathtouch creature. It's okay. They can't swing in here, right? Because we will certainly trade a Florahedron for that Gigantha. Try me, I'll tell you. Alright, Oakhame comes down for 2 mana. Generally, I would say woohoo, but you know, it's a little late in the game for us to be celebrating a 2 mana Oakhame. It doesn't really allow us to do anything else, so Castle Locthwain would have been nice to get our card draw on. Or you know, Great Henge would be nice. Glad to hear, man. I think I can give you current stream. Free investment. Hey, that sounds fantastic. You know, I'm certainly not opposed to. How do I say this without sounding desperate? I'm certainly not opposed to receiving help on the back end of things. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into all this shenanery, so to speak. Now that they left up 3 mana, I know that they can make this become a 5/4, but is that worth losing it? You know what I mean? I guess we'll see. We are going to swing in with the Oakhame. But yeah, no, I certainly won't turn down any actual help. I had an audio engineer message me a little while back, or email me actually, about my audio. He was like, Chance, no offense, but your audio needs some work. So I added, you know, the EQs, the compressors, the side chains. We had a few conversations, and don't get me wrong, I've had a little dabble into audio technical work myself before, but still nice to have somebody that's like, you know, I know you know what you're doing, so I can like listen to you and not question it, and I don't have to go troubleshoot on Google, you know what I mean? So yeah, by all means, if you want, yeah, you can message me your portfolio. I don't really need a portfolio, but if you want to send me some of your work, sure. Alright, so they got the 4/4, they got the 5/4, they got the 5/5. They got a lot of big bodies, but they haven't really done anything with it past just stand there and let me slap them a little bit here and there. I'm curious. I will say I'm certainly curious. I don't want to get Zenith flared on the face. Another go for blood, and they're going to be taking out their Reptilian Reflection for this one. You just wait until I get my ultimatum, you bitch. Then we'll see who's laughing. Malakir Rebirth. Hey, that would have been fantastic at any point before now. But, you know, I won't complain. Won't complain. That's not in my nature. No. No. That's sarcasm, by the way, for any new people. We're finally taking out Gigantha. Oh, wait a minute. Chance, you silly goose. Yes, I had the Malakir Rebirth. Yes, I could have used it. Yes, I could have got my creature back. It's okay. It's alright. So they got a big fox that has lifelink. You know, they're already at 24 life. We're not scared. How many cards they got left? Eventually they'll deck themselves, right? No way. I think they'll definitely hit the stuff they need to hit first. So we're just gonna block you, and I kind of want to block you. Do we have enough mana to hit the ultimatum? There's 2, there's 2, there's 3. Yeah, okay, we're blocking. We are indeed blocking. I don't care about the Foulmire. It can. Oh, the thing has trample. Since when? Oh yeah, it just has it. Huh. Well, that would have been. Whoops. I'm sorry, everybody. Another land. Hey. I'm winning out big here. Winning out big. Well, that's not good. That's certainly not a good thing. Alright, so if I could please, por favor, see either a good mutator, which we haven't seen so far. I mean, Gemrazer, I guess you could argue. Or I'll take an ultimatum, you know, simple as that. A Great Henge, or do we have enough mana? 2, 4, 4, 8. Yeah, we got enough mana. We got enough mana for the Great Henge. We actually have 9 mana, because I don't know how to count. Any hoosers, they go for the swing in with the Dranith. That's the easiest pass through I've ever allowed, basically. Except for the ones where you don't have a choice, of course. More land, hey. You know, I love being flooded as much as the next guy. That's a lie. That's a whole lot. So we've drawn 20 cards. Out of those 20 cards, we have 9 lands. 10 if you count Malakir. That's you know, that's something. 11 if you count Tangled, and 12 if you count the other Tangled, right? 13. Wow, we've seen 13 lands in the top 20 cards. That's not a good that's not a good percentage. Hold up. We might need to rework things a little bit because we are getting slapped. Of course, it is a cycling deck. We know cycling decks come well equipped with creatures and whatnot. So, I mean, I think I have to do this as much as I don't wanna. I think I need to. We're gonna lose 2 life because of it, but you know, we get to block the extra damage that creature would have done and deal with that damage. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Fabled here. I don't know if we have anything else to grab. I was about to say, but if so, I certainly want to grab it because I don't want any more lands. Time to mutate. Are we mutating onto the Hooded Blightfang or onto the Florahedron? I think we go onto the Florahedron, honestly. Let's see, what do we hit? A land. Ye old faithful land. Alright, well, let's swing all in. Deal and heal. They're taking it. 7 on the chin. We're finally knocking them back to a normal range, right? We can also draw a card with that castle. I was talking about it earlier, and here it is. So we're most afraid of them just flaring us in the face, right? They definitely have enough over here, I feel like, to just flare us in the face. So we're going down to 11. And we're drawing a card. We're going low. We're going low, low, low. Agadeems. Hey, Agadeems is alright, right? What all cards? We got a Foulmire, Tangled, Oakhame. So 4. I think 4 is our top end here. Alrighty. Well, let us for sure take out that Dranith. And then, can I pop this for 4? Yeah, I'd actually pop it for 5. Let's pop it for 6. Let's go all the way. So what do we actually want to draw out here? Another Hooded Blightfang for sure. That's my 3. The 1, I guess, doesn't really matter, so I'll just bring back Foulmire because it's cool. The 2, I guess Tangled, it has to be the 2. And then Oakhame or another Gemrazer. I think I want the Oakhame, actually. So that's additional Deathtouch, which is additional life gain, and we've already talked about this. Up against these Zenith Flare decks, if we can gain enough life back, we don't have to worry about that flare. So, opponent's down to 14, we're up to 12. Do we have lethal on board? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, we do. Alright, that's GG. Unless they have something else. But all these procs are hooded, they're going to go down to 6 life. We're back up to 20. That's what I'm talking about. GG, Glutman. So we got there. That's got to feel really bad if you're cycling, because they went through damn near half their deck, and yeah, they found that 1 flare, but I'm sure that they were thinking they were gonna find more flares. Alrighty, J is what it looks like the name is, but you know, I know that's obviously not English, right? Anywho, we're gonna lead out with the Temple of Malady. Come Malady, come Malady. Oakhame can be okay. If they're playing green permanents, then, you know, happy to see it. Temple of Plenty, that means we should have some green stuff coming down. As disgusting as that sounds. Alright, Mire Triton. Gonna mill us a land and another Mire Triton. I wanted the land. The other Mire Triton I couldn't care less about. Alright. Sure, I'll keep another land. Alright, let's see if our Mire Triton can get in. Indeed. So far we're off to a pretty good start. Opponent is Naya, so I wonder what... Naya landfall, maybe? Because you don't see Cultivate too often. Now I could go ahead and mutate something down onto the Mire Triton, right? Greathorn, Gemrazer, or I could just hard cast one of them. Alright. We are going to hard cast something, but it's not going to be either one of the mutators. It's going to... It's actually going to be our Deathtoucher, Oakhame. Since they don't have any cards up, if we can start swinging in with this guy, we can start drawing some cards, and that'll be good. That'll be real good, so... Alright, Jay, show me what you got. Show me the money. Maybe. There we go. Shatter Skull. Wow, all in on the Shatter. Shatter, Shatter, Shatter. Alright, so 3. I think we are going to go ahead and mutate it in Migratory down here. We're ramping. We're taking out the lands. So, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Oh, my goodness. What kind of deck is this? It's like a 4-color deck. Skyclave Relic. And that's indestructible, so we, well, well, you can't destroy it. As obvious as that sounds. I'm just going to hardcast a Greathorn down. Dream Trawler. Good old Trawler of the Dreams. So, they can't block against the Deathtoucher. Right? Because that'd kill their Trawler. So we swing all in then. They heal 3, we deal 3. Does that do anything for us? I guess not. I guess at the end of the day, we're not gaining anything. If I mutate the Gemrazer down onto the Greathorn, sure, but we'll see. They can't afford to attack with Trawler, though, for sure, right? Storm's Wrath. We let that one resolve because we can't do anything about it. And now we're just taking it on the chin. This is horrible. Alrighty. Alrighty. Well, let's hit that resolve button. Some kind of sound going on in my house, and I don't know what the hell it is. But it's extremely loud, so I really hope y'all can't hear that. Alright, Castle. Draw me a card. Give me something good. Batra, hey, now. What do you say now? You say thank you. You say thank you. So if we can get this down, we'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left over. Gappy, over and out. You know, the worst thing about the situation that we have right now is... God, 6 mana. God. This has flash, which we definitely want to play. But we can't play this plus flash this. Okay. So then I play this. If I use Feed the Swarm, though, they're just going to discard and make it... Alright. Let's get down to Batra. They'll discard something. Trawler will gain hexproof. It's an ultimatum deck? This is strange. It's oh so very strange. Alright. I got a 4/5. Oh no! Alright, GG. I'm sorry, I don't think we're coming back from that. That's a little bit of a hard sell for me. Alrighty, Magic 68, gonna be our next foe. I think this is a keep. This is a solid hand, as long as we don't have to start discarding stuff. Alrighty. So, do we worry about rushing into the Moss Viper, I guess is the question. So we can play that Temple down on turn 2 just as easily, right? I think I want the Moss Viper down. Alright, so opponent's looking is it right now. I can always change, of course y'all know that. They're thinking, alright, they don't know if they want to take out my Moss Viper. You know, is it worth the Bone Crusher? Is it worth the Brazen? We'll keep the land. Not opposed to a little land. Now, I'm actually not gonna voice crack. Excuse me, hold up. Alrighty, well, fire, sure. I was gonna say I'm not gonna mutate onto that creature because I'd want to protect it before I mutated it, but yeah, no protecting that. No siree. So we'll probably use Foulmire just to draw us a card here, yeah. I don't see why not. Instant speed. Opponent lacking a little on the lands, right? They missed a lantern in the last draw. Obviously, that's what that Fire Prophecy was an attempt at. So we'll go for the Foulmire, draw a card, lose 1 life, little play. Migratory, hey. Hey. We'll play this. I think we do just play Foulmire and leave it as is. Actually, correction on that. We're going to play Foulmire, and we're going to try to mutate the Great Horn onto it. It's the one I care about the least. 1, 2. If they have removal, I think it can take out the Foulmire, but I don't think it'd be able to take out the Migratory. So, doing this allows us essentially to get down to 4 mana creature for 3 mana. So, still pretty good. Now, of course, they could always bounce it with the Brazen. They are, you know, in that color scheme, but. Can't be worried about the ifs and buts and the candies and nuts. Temple of Malady. Hooded Blightfang. Hey, that helps. That does help. There's no reason for us to mutate this onto the Great Horn, you know? Let's go for the swing in, see what our opponent does. How about that? They're just going to take it. Alright, well, let's get down the Adversary if we can. Again, I prefer to play the non-mutators before the mutators because you never know when when you want to mutate, essentially. So next turn, we'll probably go for the Hooded Blightfang, keep up mana for Malakir. Or we could just go Bloodchiefs, take out Bone Crusher. Yeah, I like that because we can still keep up mana for Malakir, right? So, take you out, keep mana for Malakir. This allows us to keep our creatures safe. We'll swing in for 5. We'll draw a card with Oakhame. So, all in all, a very, very solid play there for us. And we got a ram through. Hey, happy to see it. And thanks to you guys and girls, I now know that ram through Deathtouch is a thing, right? Right. I always question myself when it comes time to execute, so to speak, right? Anyways, opponent's getting a little temple action going on themselves. By the way, I would like to say I would like to see the rest of this rendition of Olympus. It looks like a really, really cool version, if I'm being honest. Alrighty, back to my turn. Let's do it. Do I just go for the Hooded Blight? I think I'd just go for the Hooded Blightfang. It's safe. It's safe, you know? And then, yeah, Swingaroo. We'll Swingarooski. If they go to destroy something here, do I use Malakir? Well, I guess I don't have to make that choice. We're just going to draw and... Oh, there's the Eerie that I was looking for last game. I'm not opposed to it this game, but... Might be worth, actually, us putting at least one Plains in the deck so we can grab it with the Migratory Greathorn to pay for the Eerie. I just don't... excuse me. I just don't ever want to see a Plains come up in card draw, right? We have the Eerie, and we have the Nethroi, but aside from those, what, 2 cards, 3 cards, you know? That's 3 out of 60, so you got a 1 in 20 chance of drawing something that requires that, you know, Plains in the deck, that Plains in the deck, so I don't think so. Fire Prophecy, they're spending heavy to try to get rid of my Oakhame. And we're gonna try to rebirth it. That's gonna do it. Magic 68. They're scooping it out, and you know, our Death-Tated deck is doing some good stuff here. It's doing some good stuff.